Bro. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Wait! Wait, why is it not here? Bro! Oh, because I'm on the wrong one. Ha! Okay, we're good. Hi! Hi, oh my god. That was like intense. Oh my god, guys. We are back in this. Back. Oh my god, that was so... Webcam wasn't working. It was all stupid. I couldn't figure it out. I did. IT expert eligible. I looked it up online. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, that was like... dumb? But hey! Here we go, here we go. Okay. Okay. I need to relax because I was angry. Alright, back with Shizune. Let's go. Where was I? Feb 19th. At Confrontation, right? Yeah, here we go. Alright. Turn down a little bit, so loud. Okay, here we go, here we go. The days since then have passed so quickly that time seemed to slip through my fingers like water. Every time I've tried to oh, I forgot they did the do. My god, that's right. They have like they're that kind of relationship now, and she's probably like she tied him up. She tied his wrists so he couldn't say anything. That's kind of like, dude, that's kind of kinky. Hold on, I'm like, trying to figure. Oh, okay. That's kind of kinky. Okay. Every time I've tried to talk with Shizune, she has been out running errands with Misha. I feel as if she's avoiding me. Oh, Shizune, baby. It's like, okay. Also, let me know if the audio is like fine, cause like, bruh. I mean, a lot has happened just trying to get this stream set up, so I'm kind of like, bruh. Anyway, Shizune, sweet. I'm not surprised. Of course, it bothers me. But I think that's the way. I think the way she's acting seems pretty natural. Then again, it's not like I've been through this before. Shizune's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh yeah, the whiplash. I totally forgot about Misha's hair. Whenever I can't, her stupid shirt. I swear to God. Whenever I can't find Shizune, I end up running. I like the little heart clip. Like that's so cute. I end up running into Misha, and when I do, I ask her to help me with my signing. However, she always ends up squirming out of it. We're leaving after today, so I determined not to let her escape this time. Wait, did Shizune tell Misha? We got a little intimate. We kind of went like all the way, and so I'm looking at it awkward. So does Misha know? And is Misha like, okay, I don't know, man. Everything's too much right now. Oh, we're gonna be leaving the dad. The dad's funny though, bro. Once we head back to school, we're probably going to have to start grinding through more student council affairs. Speaking of doing the do, my cat's getting a little excited with this toy he has. Okay. Through more student council affairs in preparation for school restarting. I want to brush up on my signing as much as possible by then, even if it's a day's worth. Come on, it's pretty much having a couple sign language conversations. You do that all the time. Actually, you're doing it right now. She's like, ooh.
Really, Chan? That's funny.
Damn, she got those, she got them boobies. Misha temporarily stops her unconscious signing in order to wave her hands in front of her face in denial, but then quickly resumes, gesturing everything that both of us are saying to no one in particular.
Chan, you're so persistent. Suddenly being interested in sign language again. Could it be that Hichan wants to make a career out of it? That's not fair. That was my idea first. You should be.
She's all, yeah, like this. Yeah, she's beautiful. Okay, she's mad. It's funny. Yeah, puns and thighs. Okay.
You should be careful, Hichan. Times change too quickly. By the time I decided I wanted to be a sign language interpreter, they had cell phones that people could type out whole paragraphs on. Amazing! Not very good for me, though.
As if she knows that another deferral isn't going to cut it this time. Misha... Well, hello there, little man. Hey, don't do that on where I'm sitting, bro. Seriously. Misha changes her tune pretty quickly to a more apologetic one.
I'm sorry, Hichan. I'm just so tired, especially lately. even though being with Shuchan is fun, she has
Stop! Get down!
way more energy than me. Teaching on top of that would be too tiring. I don't have that much stamina. Sorry.
Did Shizune tell you, woman? She doesn't seem very tired, shouting this statement with her usual cheer and vigor. I know it's wrong in me to keep pestering her like this, though.
Actually, Shuchan,
Okay, don't bite me. Why are you attacking me, child? Stop.
Actually, Shuchan and I are planning on going shopping today. It's our last chance to pick up some souvenirs.
Souvenirs, huh? I almost forgot that I was on vacation. I understand what you're saying. Teaching doesn't seem so easy. Hidekai asked me to teach him how to sign, and I was unbelievably lost the whole time. Well, I wonder how it'll work out for you when you become a sign language teacher. You can't get tired too easily doing that.
Yeah, right. I hope not. Hachan, now I'm kind of worried. But souvenirs. So, some other time, Hachan. Do you want us to get you something too?
Just because I understand. Hi, child. Sorry, he's like Stop! He is like biting. You're biting right now. Stop. Leave me alone, dude. Stop, bro. Just because I understand doesn't mean I don't want her to teach me. I suppose I can't press her any farther now, though. Even I'm bothered by how selfish it would be to seem to do so. I give up. No, don't give me anything. I'm serious. Don't surprise me with a funny shirt or something, okay? The evil laughter. I don't like the sound of that. Slipping on her shoes, she yells goodbye to the otherwise empty house. Goodbye! Like, I'm right here, woman. And opens the door to leave, letting a cool breath of fresh air into the hallway. A tuft of dark hair peeking from the doorframe tells me Shizune is waiting for her outside. Good morning. Misha translates for me from beyond the doorway, and Shizune turns around to give me a small wave. Even though it's different from her usual offhand greetings in the smallest ways, yeah! There is an unmistakable hesitation there. It leaves me with a vaguely empty and distant feeling. Shizune? It's okay.
Chan, you're up early. Am I interrupting a conversation?
I was trying to get Misha to teach me how to talk to you. But I guess I was being impatient, and it can wait. You two are planning on going shopping today anyway. Having Misha there, I forget to sign my words as I say them. Unfortunately, since Shizune moved to fill the doorway, Misha's behind her. This brief misalignment in our positions means that what I'm saying is totally lost on her. I don't understand you at all. There are things I want to say that I can't put in a way she would understand. And there are entire conversations that she could have that would go right over my head. I want to tell her now that it won't be that way for much longer. Instead, I just say, never mind, and tell them to have a good time, then wave them off. It seems like everyone is out for the day, so I sit down on the biggest and most comfortable looking chair in the living room with a book. Not a sign language book, but one of the novels I checked out from the library my first week. That was so long ago. I should really start chipping at the pile of books I borrowed, or at least return them. Oh my god, here we go. This guy, I swear, this 16 he just walks around with a katana. Bro, 16 pages. He's like so awful, but he makes me laugh so hard. Jaguro walks into the room, a stack of papers in one hand and his sword twirling idly in like a baton in the other, casually shaking water from a recent shower from his hair. Oh my god, he's just angry. He's like, he sees a sound. He just chooses to be mad. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Why would you ask that? Okay, well, Rin's art teacher is pretty dang awful. Like, I hate that guy. He is not sexy, he's gross. He was... Okay, he was awful, and I hated him, and I hate how he yelled at Rin, but, like, I think I hate the art teacher more, because, like, when he yelled at Rin and made her, like, cry, I'm like, nah, I can't, I hate you. This guy, he's a jerk, but he's funny. Like, I'm laughing at him. But with the art teacher, I'm like, dude, I'm going to beat you up. Upon being seen doing something so ungentlemanly, it freezes like a deer in the headlights and slowly moves on to smoldering with powerful but baseless fury as he sits on the couch a few feet away. This is only the third time I've met him, and I'm already starting to feel nauseous on reaction. I guess in a way this could be considered a kind of charisma. I haven't even said anything and it already seems less than pleased. He's all, "Your presence angers me. It's likely a bad idea to provoke him, and just talking to him may count as provoking him." I'm trying to read here, bruh. However, I can't help thinking of the alternate situations that could play out. Let's say I don't open my mouth at all and walk away. Maybe to go read in my room or outside. That would definitely go down as an unforgivable insult. He would probably tell me to hold it and destroy me. Either way, not too polite on my part. What are you reading? The draft. I feel like with this guy, Hisao, there's no way you could win. This guy is just looking for, like, a fight. The draft for my autobiography. It is the story of a man who wakes up to find an uninvited guest in his living room, sitting in his chair and reading his shallow literary drag. This guy, like, seriously, he came in and just chose violence. Hisao is just chilling. This guy's like, "I hate you." I've barely started reading the book. I don't even have an opinion on it yet. Sorry, I'm drinking water. I'm thirsty. I can already see how this conversation is going to play out, so I might as well try to steer in a different direction. Where's Hitakai? You even ask questions rudely. Disgraceful. That aside, why would he even ask me such a stupid question? How would I know? Am I my son's keeper? Well, you are his dad, and it seems like he lives here, so... But I guess I can't say that, tempting as it is. I give up. I already tried to make small talk with him and failed. It's like trying to talk to a brick wall that also hates you. Pretty accurate, man. That is my cue to leave and sift through my wallet to see if I have any enough money to go to a movie. As I'm about to stand, I have second thoughts. I'm too tired to go through trying to smooth over my problematic situations by trying to continuously walk away from them. It's hypocritical of me to get upset at Misha for trying to defer things when I even run from my own girlfriend. When Tagoro attempts to stop me, I'm almost glad, even though I no longer have any intention to leave. Wait. He says it with plenty of authority, but nothing else, as if it's just a particularly commanding afterthought. Only a very powerful or very arrogant person can tell someone to hold on in such a manner. I'm sort of impressed. You are in the student council with Shizune, aren't you? What is your job there? I don't think there are specific roles. Other than president, Shizune is always trying to round people up to help out here and there. Usually we might get like one person to pitch in, but otherwise the three of us do whatever needs to be done. It's crossed my mind a couple times. Around when I first met her, that Shizune's quietly analytical stare might be because of her deafness, but it turns out it's a trait shared by everyone else in her family. And that is okay with you? Why wouldn't it be? You, Shizune, and that pink-haired girl, is that really your entire student council? He's all laughing like, bro. With a student council that small, they wouldn't even bother to hold elections. Bro, oh my god. I am going to take a guess and say that you didn't join the student council. Shizune drafted you. Drafted you into it. You said you don't know exactly what your title is. That makes sense. I suppose if you weren't even elected, you couldn't be expected to know. After all, if you are not elected, you aren't really anything. Dude, this is student council in a high school. No one is going to respect the student council like that. An unelected body of 3 people trying to scrounge up the equivalent of temp workers? I just spit everywhere, man. It must be a sorry school if 3 kids having a tea party can handle every issue. What's how small it is have to do with anything? If the student council gets things done, isn't that enough? It's not just a game either. Maybe you should actually come to the school one day. He's like, bruh, if you get there on the right days, you might even be able to see what Shizune is able to accomplish. Do you think that I have so much free time that I can afford to waltz over to your boondocks and watch my daughter's feats of Bro, self-aggrandizement. I have never been so disgusted in my life. I mean, she's your daughter, so like I'd hope you'd care enough. What you're saying is they might as well not have a student council, but the fact remains there is one, and Shizune got elected to it, and for her isn't as a meaningless position. In fact, she works very hard for it. You sound like someone who voted for her. No, I wasn't there for that. Ha! You didn't even vote for her. Well, besides that, why don't you ask Hidekai about this? Shizune has wanted to be the high school student council president since middle school. She would have him read all her practice speeches, wasting his time. For what reason? This guy is such an asshole. This whole time he hasn't even looked up from thumbing through his manuscript. It's getting increasingly frustrating because it isn't a game. We don't run the school, but it's not like we're just playing at it and not taking it seriously. I wonder if it is so wrong to not be a purist. I have been to your school. Really? Students there? What are you saying? Dude, is he being like ableist because of this? Bro, I can already think of about a million things he might say, and I'm preparing for my heart to sink on hearing any of them. It's funny, there are probably things I've thought of before. They don't even have cleaning duty. That was not what I expected at all. He's also wrong. They do. I should know. I get to skip out on it since I'm in the student council. The concept of being around confuses your girl. He's like, huh? I should take... Dude, this is funny. Just talking shit to this guy. I swear to God. He's... Ugh. I should take this opportunity to go on the attack. It's really odd that I'm thinking this way about a simple conversation. It sounds like the last time you were there was really some time ago. If you can leisurely write some memoirs, you can talk to Shizune now and then. Don't you think that she has stuff she is proud of? That's how young people are. We have things to be proud of. If you're writing an autobiography, you should get that. Such an opportunity and I blew it. I don't know how I was expecting him to react. Maybe introspectively, but Jagoro only grows angrier by the second. Yet as he does, he also seems calmer, in a way. More sure of himself and in control. Who do you think you are to assume that my life is so easy? You haven't even read my biography, yet you were able to tell how much I should handle all my affairs, including dealing with my own daughter. You can never understand. Even if I were to get up from this couch and walk over to you right now and punch you in the forehead with brass knuckles with a condensed edition of my life story on them, leaving my biography and printed in your face, you would not understand. For 12 years, Shizune did not even talk to me. Even though I hired multiple tutors and interpreters of all sorts for her to try and get her to become normal. Oh my God, it is as simple as you think. If she does not want to bother with me, then fine. I assume that is normal. When was the last time you talked to your parents? It has been a while, and I feel ashamed. Normal? Bro! This guy, I swear. More so that he caught me at how easily I could have dropped my parents a phone call or sent them an email, or even a letter and have it. This knowledge only makes me feel more ashamed. I thought so. If I wanted to see my parents, I couldn't. This is different. You aren't that far away from her. It's one train ride away. That is enough. No means no. You are very persistent. If only it was about something that mattered. I can't see what you may have learned from my daughter aside from that and how to blacktalk people. Is that it? The answer is yes. I wasn't the music just stopped. I wanted to be like, dude, Zargo, get away from that right now. Shh. Zargo, get down. Now. Sorry, I have a candle going. He's like, ooh, hold on. Zargo, get down right now or I'm going to come over. Zargo. Sorry, like, he's like trying to get up to the candle. I'm like, bro, no. And it's such like a cat thing. I tell him no, and I like yell, and he just stares at me. He stares. And it's when I start getting up is when he runs away. That's such a, oh my God. Bro, I gotta deal with Jagoro and Zargo at the same time. It's too much. Anyway. The answer is yes. I wasn't this persistent or argumentative before meeting Shizune and Misha. After all, prior to meeting them, I just experienced a small death. It's a mystery as to why I refused to join the student council in the first place. It took monumental effort to just introduce myself on the first day there. I might have rolled over for anyone and any cause. It might have been just chance that student council appealed to me so little that I would fight it. Possibly it was from trying to get away from their nagging so much I was able to get my energy back. It's a cute idea. Dude, don't feel bad. This guy is like a jerk. I think again about why I'm still here. Arguing with Jagoro is pointless. Yet, I think I almost looked forward to it. And he was right. I cannot understand him. Even if I did, he wouldn't care. I'm a louse that crawls on a whale. Wholly insignificant. He has confidence that I don't have. Shizune does, and it could be that the reason why I'm here now, in an almost shouting match with her father, is because of some bravery that has rubbed off onto me. However, I don't have anything to keep it going. He's trying to say, he's all smug, he's trying to say how he tried to get his daughter to be normal. Bro! Still, I hate him. I don't know. Same. I don't know what I can do. A few months ago, I think I would have punched him and let the consequences play out as they may. But now, I can't risk it. If he already hit me back, he'd likely kill me. So in the end, the only thing I could do is look at Jagoro in silence, knowing that I have no reply and hate him and feel completely at a loss. Oddly, he takes it as defiance. Fine then. Have fun with that. Dude, why do you hate your daughter? Picking up his sword and using it to pull himself to his feet. Bro, so unnecessary. He turns and casually saunters out of the room. I want to throw my book after him, but I'm happy to finally be alone, even if I'm not in the mood to read any longer. This guy, I swear, why does he like hate his... This fucking... Our return trip to the school keeps getting delayed in one way or another. Shizune and Misha come back so late there's no use even leaving, and we end up staying another day. The morning after... I know, I didn't head bop. I was so angry. Because, like, what a terrible father. We missed the train by a single minute, and then the next two don't arrive. Okay, I'm gonna save. Like, angry. Okay, return. We missed the fourth train because I wanted up to get a drink in the meantime. Shizune wasn't very happy about that. I imagine his Sal like in the episode of SpongeBob when he goes to like rock bottom and he's getting the drink and like in this case the train keeps like sneaking forward as he's getting the drink and then the second he comes back the train takes off. Yeah, it's funny. Right, you see that, right? Like, bro. By the time I finally get back to my room, I feel so tired. Even though I spent most of the ride back sleeping. I can't say it's only because of today. This seems like a familiar symptom of traveling. It's not the first time it's happened. Night-night. If no one has beaten me to it, I could do a thesis on it. Maybe get in a medical journal. Returning from a trip syndrome. Not very creative. I fall asleep before I can think of a better name. How the hell? A loud knock on my door wakes me up only a few hours into my nap. Few hours? That's me, bro. I'm annoyed. Because I had just been in the middle of a dream that I can't remember. Haven't been woke up in the middle of it, but I'm sure it was a good one. If it's Kenji, I'm going to punch him in the face. I really wonder who it could be, but it's not like I get many visitors, so I'm sure it's Kenji. I hope he is just rolling out the welcome wagon, not going to hit me up for money again. If that was the case, I'd be almost touched. Oh dang, he just knocked out. He's like, bruh. Not touched enough to fight off the urge to roll over and go back to sleep though. Sleeping. He knocked. A few hours after that, I wake up again and immediately spot an envelope on the floor. It must be something that came in the mail while I was away. That's Shizune's and me. No! Akira, no! So sad. That's Shizune's and Misha's department, so I wonder if they dropped by to give it to me, or maybe someone filled in for them in their absence and told Kenji to pass it along. Oh! Wait, is this the message from the what's her name? Iwanako? Like, maybe? When I pick it up, any remnants of sleepiness in me instantly vanish. Even if the name of the sender wasn't on it, I would have known whom it was from by looking at the envelope itself, realizing why it looks so familiar, by recognizing the delicate handwriting addressing it. Right? It's from Iwanako. At first, I can't believe it, but it wouldn't be too hard for her to track me down if she wanted to. Of course, I hadn't thought that she would want to. She was maybe my girlfriend for like 5 seconds, and then I had a heart attack. After that, we barely spoke to each other. Yeah. And it makes sense to be in like every room, because that's like a big thing, you know? It would be too easy to put this letter away somewhere and forget about it. A part of me wants to do that, or throw it away, unread. Why I want to do these things, I don't know. It would be easy to do them. Easier than to read it. Slitting the envelope open with the tip of a pen, I'm surprised by the length of the letter that spills out.
Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so you're pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third years seems to be very anxious about the final exams. Even though they are so far away, the teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood amongst the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. Is that the Dude, she's just like venting into this. Sure, woman. The small talk makes me feel nostalgic. It's almost like I'm in the hospital again. Every now and then Iwanaka would drop by and give me the gist of what was going on in a class that, even then, I had an inkling that I would never return to. It's so... It's so weird to think we're already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. Oh, I don't know what that said. Sorry, bro. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person. I have no excuse for it. The truth is, the times when I visited you at the hospital made me worried about you. I am not talking about your health. You seem to become more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something like that happened, I'm sure, but somehow I got up the thing that you had given up something back then. Happiness, maybe. I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I am really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most, even though I like you so much. At least now, finally, I can be more honest. What a convenient time for her to rediscover her sincerity. Well, even as I think that, I know she's right. Distant and disheartened is a good way to describe it. And maybe I had given up too. It weighs on my heart when I think back to when I was lying in the hospital, feeling so bitter when she finally stopped showing up. I wasn't surprised, and I had no right to be. How could she not stop coming when I was the only expectation I had of her? She had dropped by for all of 6 weeks after the incident. Only for all... I am like struggling here. If I had drifted away from her, it was because I could feel her already moving herself away from me the moment she showed up. If I could go back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. Maybe... Bro, would you relax over there, child? Maybe you wouldn't have drifted so far away if I had just said something. I hope you've managed to get back on your feet on your own. Now the distance between us is also Why is he jumping in the hamper? What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Okay. Now the distance between us is also physical. It also feels more final somehow. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back. I'd very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Iwanako. It's a strange feeling. I know that I'm never going to hear from her again. If she really wanted to keep in touch, she wouldn't have picked a medium like snail mail to do it through. If she could get my address, then my email or phone number wouldn't have been much more work had she wanted them. This is only a goodbye. Bro. I exhale. Only just now becoming aware that I had been reading with bated breath. Now who is being distant Iwanako, but maybe it really is for the best. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Sorry, he's just in the hamper and he's just like staring at me, but I only see his eyes and he's like, oh, now he's gotta run over and attack me. Okay. I'm sorry, he's like really distracting me. Time to go eat. For her to pick up a pen and write this letter to me, it could only be because she felt guilty about how things ended. That she was hurt by how we floated out of each other's lives makes me feel a sort of wistful happiness.
I almost want to thank her, and I only don't because I know she wouldn't want me to reply. Oh, there's a knock. There's a knock at my door, then it opens and wait about a millisecond later, I forgot to lock it, stupidly.
Sup, man? Why's the door open?
Kenji! I run to the door faster than is probably medically safe for me to do so I can prevent Kenji from seeing the mountain of pills just a couple feet away from him. Kenji! Blocked from his sight only by the door. His theme is actually a bop, though. Then there's the letter I'm holding. If he asks about it, I don't think I can make up anything convincing. About 2 feet away from him, I realized that his vision is so bad, it was probably never an issue. He didn't even see me about to practically tackle him back through the door frame.
Hey, what the hell, man?
What are you talking about? Your room has a billion locks on it, yet you just barred right through some other people's doors? Yeah, Kenji. You didn't even wait a second after knocking before you tried the door. It was like simultaneous. You were already opening the door while you were knocking on it.
See, that's exactly why I have all those locks. It's a cold and uncaring world out there. A Gates Crashers world. Now you also understand. I just taught you a valuable lesson, dude. Knowledge is power. Why are you yelling at me? I'm a hero. Look at you. You didn't even lock your door. The average woman could have killed you a billion times already, then replaced you with a female clone indistinguishable from the original. It almost happened to me. Ignoring the latter part since it's too confusing, it's funny he should say that. He was unable to stop me from tackling him head on, yet apparently a woman could have killed me a billion times. If this man is a hero, we are all doomed. Yeah, right? What's that you've got there? Somehow he's able to see the letter still in my hand. With how I've been waving it around, that is no surprise. Tell him it's none of his business to lock the door. Keep him. Oh, he's annoying. He'll be persistent. I fold it back up quickly, but take care not to whip it behind my back or anything else. That'd be too suspicious. It seems like I'm jumpier than I thought about you and Nako writing to me. I got a letter. Oh yeah, I put that there. I was sleeping, then I woke up because I heard explosions. Explosions! I put on my helmet and then peeked outside to see what was going on. But it was just a student council woman banging on your door. It was the one without pink hair. She was knocking so loudly that it was obvious she was filled with murderous rage. Rage at you. Then she somehow sent me behind her and I tried to escape, but it was too late. She caught me and started pointing at the door. I opened my mouth to tell him that she's deaf. But I started doing that in his voice. I opened my mouth to tell him that she's deaf, but decided not to, for various reasons. I didn't really get it, and she got more and more pissed off, like an old man trying to use a touchscreen phone. I love that analogy. That's funny, man. That's really funny. Oh my god. Since she was going to kill me, bro. Kill me and replace me with a woman version of me. But then the sunlight reflected off my glasses and blinded her, saving my life. It was like, behold, optic glass. I don't get how someone with glasses can be hurt by glasses. She uses them too. She should be immune to their death rays. But whatever. She gave me this envelope with your name on it, and I just left. Clearly, she was out for blood. So I lied and said you were away. I think you were away, right? I've been trying to ask if you wanted to help me with my homework for a week now, but kept getting no answer. Welcome back, man. Thanks, bro. Oh. Yeah, she gave me this envelope and it had your name on it. I didn't want to hold on to it because what if it was a bomb? So I just shoved it under your door while she was gone. You were gonna... Bro. So if it was a bomb, you put it in Hasao's room and it probably would have killed... I was going to tell you, but you got back before I could. At least it's not a bomb. Gee, thanks. I'm not going to help you out with your math homework because what if your math textbook is a bomb? He looks devastated. This fucking guy, man. He looks devastated and also like he's considering the possibility that it really could be a bomb. I guess it is possible. Since no one really used the math textbook all that much. Like, dude, I threw the letter on the dresser behind me and turned to leave. Sorry, Zargo's... It kind of has the zoomies right now, and it's kind of going everywhere, so like, bro. Swinging the door shut behind me as I do. It collides against the tip of Kenji's shoe, and he bounces back open. Bro. While he hops around for a bit, acting like it hurt way more than it should have.
Oh no, he just came into your room, bro, Kenji. Before I know it, he's already inside my room. I'm powerless to stop him before he scoops up the letters, strangely ignoring the towers of pill bottles front. Dude, don't just read mail that isn't your own.
Come on.
Yo! Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Yeah! Alright. Hi, Sublime Glorious. Thank you for hopping on. Yeah, we're dealing with Kenji. It's going good. How about you? We're dealing with Kenji right now, and he's kind of a pain, but he's also really funny. But yeah, it's going good. Thank you for asking. Now you get to hear my Kenji voice.
Come on, what is it? A love letter from your girlfriend? Did she include any photos? Sexy photos?
Like, bro, stop. Reclining against the dresser and paying no mind to the bottles he sends all over the floor. By doing so, Kenji quietly reads through Iwanako's letter. Oh no. The process takes seemingly forever, and with how close he holds it up to his face, makes it look like he's trying to eat it.
Who's Iwanako?
My ex-girlfriend. Well, like Hisao said, for 5 seconds before he had a heart attack.
Ex-girlfriend, huh? This is the breakup letter then.
I thought they were a myth. Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I guess it is. But really, she's been my ex-girlfriend for a while. Anyway, I think I'm already over it. Kenji gives a thumbs up, clearly relieved that I'm not going to take this into an awkward direction, although I almost want to since I told him not to read it.
Yeah, that's a good attitude. It's alright. I had a bad breakup too, but you can't let it get you down. I mean,
just look at me. So I was like, dude, I don't want to be anything like you.
But hey, she wrote you a letter. Maybe she wants to get back together, huh? It says right there, write her back. You should do it. Is she cute?
Wait, Kenji, I thought you hated women. For a guy who thinks feminists are working to enslave men everywhere, he really is interested in cute girls. I have a girlfriend. Besides, look at the context. She doesn't want me to write back. Just because it's what it says, that isn't what she means.
But that's what she wrote. This rockfish kid chick totally still wants you. It even says right there.
I read it. I know what it says. I told you, you have to look at the context. She said I had drifted away from her and everything there shows she's accepted that. I think the reason she wrote to me was that she just wants to, I guess, part amicably. But we're done. She doesn't want to get back together or whatever you're thinking. As I think about it, it sounds to me like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. That's not a good place to be. I'm positive that she doesn't want me to write her back. I can live with that. I got Shizune. If I were to write her back and get a less than desirable response, or no response, then I would just be crushed. Perhaps the fear of that is why I'm trying to justify my decision. It could be, but I don't want to think about it. The thought is oddly repulsive. Why is this such a big deal to you anyway?
Because you should write back to her. She wants you to. I want to see what the response is going to be. Damn, it doesn't even have to be a nice letter. That's cool too, but you could write an angry letter and call her out. That's my new attack strategy.
I'm just going to call women out. You should try it. He's like, bro, even if she wrote me a letter, you have to understand what that means. Writing someone a letter is different now. It's not something you just do. Not in this kind of situation. You can pick up your phone and call someone across the world in an instant and talk to them almost like they're there with you. Or send them an email. They'll be notified instantly that they got it and can reply back just like that. A letter can be a personal thing, but she wanted to keep me at arm's distance. It's not like I can pop up over there and visit her. If I had her number, I could call her. Or if I had her email or mail, I could mail her. If she really wanted to hear back from me, she would have dropped one of those in there. I feel silly for continuously reassuring myself that I'm not fazed by Iwanako writing to me when it's so obvious that I am. Poor Hisao.
It could be like a gradual thing for her. She might be too shy to call you up. I remember my girlfriend always sent me text messages because she was so shy. It was annoying as hell, man, bro. I didn't really give a shit about phones, so I didn't have the thing, and it turns out I had to pay for every single one. But I don't like phones, so I couldn't even call her back to tell her to cut that out. I did it anyway, though. I called her out. I even used the phone. It was literally the call out.
I guess it was. Even if he's right, it means that Iwanako still wants to keep her distance from me. She's not ready to chat with me comfortably. Why? Am I some kind of freak? I'm not reassured by her actions anyway. In that case, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just don't know. Kenji can't think of anything to say to that, and the silence that follows is so awkward and thick that I start to count the seconds until he makes up a reason to leave and excuse himself.
I miss her.
Your ex? Yeah.
Even if she was insane, it was nice being with her. My back hurts. If she were still around, I could tell her to massage it. Massage it. Oh, I can talk. I don't know how to use an oven either. I miss baked food, and we would go bowling in the hallway sometimes. I miss that too. I had to bowl all by myself during the last festival. You bowl in the hallway? You're going to hit someone. She used to say that all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zargo. Didn't mean to scare you. Oh my god, don't come and attack me, bro. Bro.
Stop!
Kenji sighs nostalgically. Dude, would you? Oh my god, stop. Child. Stop. Clearly not appreciating just how badly someone can get hurt by slipping on a bowling pin. Apparently, neither did his girlfriend, since she bowled with him. What a strange definition of love, but I guess it's something. Maybe you should write her a letter. If she writes back, you can get married.
Married? No.
He's all mad. Okay, fine. But why not? You clearly like her, even though you hate women.
Feminists, not women. Feminists. There's a difference. There are non-feminist women. Damn, your discrimination is incredible. Correlation doesn't equal causation. Even if she is insane and a woman, it doesn't mean she's a feminist insane woman.
Dude, you're always... Kenji. Bro, okay, I'm stuck. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I flipped out.
It's like how the absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. If it's true, then by the relative property, the presence of evidence doesn't equal the equivalence of presence. Actually, I think it is. And I don't think it's called relative property. Now, shut up. It's mathematics. Are you saying math is wrong?
I think he is wrong. Like, we're going through this, like, tender moment. Kenji's thinking back to his lost love, and now he's, like, angry and yelling, and they're back to their usual nonsense. See, even Kenji has someone that he likes. I'm tempted to ask why he and his ex broke up, or to dig for more information in general, but I shouldn't. Not only would it be prying, but he might reverse the questions back to me. This conversation makes me think about Shizune. Although the thoughts I'm having are scattered and wispy. Just questions. I wonder if I even had the chance to love Iwanako, and this whole situation with her still stings me, a sour note in the back of my mind. I like Shizune much more, yet it feels like I'm chasing her, even now. I don't mind the chase, but I want to close that distance between us. Poor Hisao. Iwanako's letter is responsible, but I've also felt this way for a while. I've come closer, but it's not enough. I want to try again, right now. I must go find my woman. Telton, just get out of here, Kenji. Get out. And then head for the student council room. The grounds are mostly deserted today, which is a shame because it's so nice out. No one answers when I knock. What the heck is going on? I try to go in anyway, but it's locked. When I pull my hand away from the doorknob, it's covered in dust. It looks like no one's been here since we left. What's going on? What is happening? This is crazy. Okay. Since I'm already out here and dressed, I might as well get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room, though. Ooh. Huh? Misha, baby. On the way back there, I stumble across Misha sitting down behind the main building. Her eyes are closed in sleep, and she looks very tranquil. She looks kind of depressed to me, like, it's time. Should I save? Oh, I'm so scared. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around or hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. Oh my god, I do not want to cry. Okay, we're gonna save right here. In case I need to go back. Oh no, I don't want to cry. I'm preparing myself. Okay. My first instinct is to call out to her and ask her if she has seen Shizune or if she wants to go to town with me. But now that I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her. I leave her alone. Nervously head bops. I don't want to cry. I'm so scared. Ooh, okay. I'm freaking out. My babies. Oh no. For the first few days after I was back, I almost forgot that I was in the student council. I managed to pick up here and there that the student council usually gets swamped with work around the end of the break, but it didn't have to be the case. The few times when I managed to catch Shizune or Misha, they were in too much of a hurry for me to get a chance to ask if they needed help. Anytime they weren't, I'd only be able to get a hold of Misha. What's going on with Shizune? Well, I guess with both of them. What's happening? Okay, I'm scared. Shizune would say something about how there was work, but it was so little that involving either Misha and I would only bore us. After a while, the idea of having some free time again had started to grow on me, though there were still periods when I felt like I had too much of it. Shizune, hi, I'm scared, I don't want to cry. Just when I was getting used to it, though, things changed again. Now I find myself back in the student council room arguing with Shizune about whether tissue boxes make good ballot boxes or not. I'm telling you, they work just fine as long as you get the cube-shaped ones, not the rectangular ones. Misha, can you sign that to her? I've kind of got my hands full. On second thought, forget it. She is busy cutting out ballot slips, so if she were to make one errant movement, she would probably send the scissors flying into someone's head. I dropped the box of poster paints I'm carrying onto my little table in the student council room, and cough as a wave of dust hits me in the face. It really has been a while. Do you think we should change the size of the ballot slips? What? But Chachan, I already cut so many of them. We can make them smaller. It'll be more efficient. We'd have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit in a single box that way. We'll only need half the amount of paper then. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get a pizza, or maybe Chinese, or a cake, or 3 bowls of the new ramen bowl I want to try. They're like smiling, but I'm like, well, Shizune's smiling. I'm like, I'm so scared. Roman Viking, I don't want to cry. When? Ugh. Shizune excitedly rubs a finger along the frame of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut an even half yen of spending off of our budget. Since I think she's the only one who even knows what our budget is, I'm scared to ask just how tiny it is for her to have to do this. What about all the balance slips Misha already cut out? Don't worry. I can make them into memo pads and sell them in a school store. Then why did you say that? I was so scared. Oh, because you saw Misha sitting there all like depressed looking. Chachan, they don't look very cute though. Shizune seems to disagree. You got me scared, bro. Ugh. Now they're arguing, but it looks like it consists of nothing more than signing. Yes, they do, and no, they don't. At each other until they're so tired of it, they're just taking turns pointing at each other commandingly. That's funny. It's strange, partly because it looks kind of ridiculous, but also I've never seen them disagree. Then again, both of them look very stressed these past few days. Hassan, what did you do? I mean, you could say that Shizune's fault, because she tied his hands up so he couldn't even say anything, and then she's the one who did it, so like, oh, I don't know. Shizune has been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections, though they're months away. I imagine this is how politicians act when they realize their regime change is imminent and their era is over. I'm having trouble taking student council matters seriously at all, even now, as I practice my calligraphy on signs that won't go up for weeks. But I can understand why Shizune does. After all, she has been student council president for 3 years. According to her dad, she has wanted the job for even longer. I guess 3 years is too short a career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the last student council go through this much trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Janae makes a, I don't know how to pronounce it, face that tells me they weren't very helpful at all. I guess you're doing all this to set up a good example then.
That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, Chan. If they don't, I'll be hyper mad. If they turn out to be the flaky type, I'll definitely be hard on them.
It doesn't sound very threatening when Misha is saying it. So, you've already met them?
Chan, there are no candidates yet.
What? None? Not even for student council president. That is why I'm trying to drum up interest for the position. What do you think? She proudly holds up a poster she has been working on herself. It looks very, military. I mean, I guess, like, does she feel like she has to earn it and it can't just be, like, given to her because, like, I don't know. You might be taking this a little too seriously then. Shizune frowns and plays with her glasses offended. Oh my god! That was a gift from my mother! Is that weird? Yes. She looks oddly happy that I'm disagreeing with her, and I think that if she weren't generally focused on what she was doing, she would try to argue with me just because it would be interesting to her. What's weird about it? It looks like she will do that after all, but then Shizune waves her hand dismissively, like she is trying to catch the words in the air and delete them. Instead, she catapults into insulting her future successors. Well, one thing that's weird is that my old school VOD elections would happen about 6 months, since, you know, we're graduating in March. It's pretty weird to think about them so early. Okay, it's a little different here. Hachan, I'll be discouraged if you don't have any replacements when I have to go, Hachan says. Wait. Oh, is she no, I don't know. But it isn't like the school will stop running without a student council. It'll be harder for them to hand out forms though. Shizune isn't laughing, however. Misha's joke causes her to flinch, as if she were stung. Though Misha didn't mean for it to come out that way, her quip had a callous cruelty to it in the end. I'm trying to get more people to run, but everyone is so lazy. They think they can take it easy just because there are no deadlines yet. Slackers, not taking the early game advantage. Still, 6 months away. If they aren't making their move now, they don't deserve a vote. Do they really think it's such an easy job that they can do everything at the last minute and just coast into the role? Insulting, really. They're going to be eaten alive once they have to sit at this tiny desk and see just how much work they have to do. If this were a real election, they would be in deep trouble. I was reading about Japanese campaigning laws the other day. Only the bad ones. For some reason. For a second, Shizune was talking like her father there, and it was coming out of Misha's mouth. Creepy. That is creepy. Well, first off, Shadow Shogun, you can't really make that call. They'll be elected. Second, it's just a school election. It's not like running for a city council or the diet. I don't think Japanese campaigning laws apply. Third, though I don't want to say it, I'm nervous that Shizune is so enthusiastic about this, talking of elections and votes like her dad. According to her dad, she wasn't even elected herself. Come to think of it, I can't remember Shizune ever saying she was elected either. Then, did she get this position by being recruited into the student council and having it fall apart until she was the only one left? Somehow I'd never considered it. I don't know what to think about that, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're only 3 people strong now. If the circumstances behind her becoming the student council president were that sad, I wonder if there really will be a vote at all. Interest could just be that low, or non-existent really, then all her energy would be going towards nothing. I slap an exclamation mark at the end of the poster I'm working on. It's a little plain, so I think adding one is okay. Actually, it still might be a little too plain. I make the mark twice as large. I still say you need to slow down. If this stuff isn't going to be relevant for months, maybe you're working a little too hard on it. That's what I think. You're worrying too much. I don't know how to sign the word relevant. I try and only end up flicking a long line of paint where I didn't intend to. There is no way I can fix that. Misha, can you ask her that? Shizune giggles silently, clenching her teeth so no sound actually comes out. Because there's a lot to worry about. Like what? Like, usually the boxes end up looking very pretty so people take them. Have to plan for that. Wahaha! We should make them funny looking this time, then so no one will take them. How about that, Shichan? We could draw some weird faces on them, or we can put up a little picture of Shizune on each one saying stealing is wrong. No, it's not funny. It's not the only problem either. There is voter turnout, of course. And then the worst case scenario would not be having any candidates. Although it seems she meant it jokingly, from the way she smiles as she signs it, that isn't how it comes out. Even Misha understands that the possibility is very real, and though she tries to salvage the mood by punctuating Shizune's statement with a laugh, it doesn't work. What is wrong with both of you? I was just making a joke. There actually is some interest this year. If there wasn't, would I be doing all this work? I'm not stupid. When the elections are over, I'll buy everyone dinner. I'm already planning it. Even the new student council? No, they can buy their own celebration dinner. It will only be for the current student council. I'll be happy once I'm through having to deal with these thankless jobs all the time. A dinner just for us? Yay! It's like a little party, Shichan. Though her cheerfulness is obviously forced, I say nothing. For the rest of the period, which fortunately isn't very long, we work in silence. This is so awkward. Like, I'm not used to this kind of, like, behavior between all three of them. After classes, I find the student council room locked. It's strange because Shizune was so busy earlier that I would expect her to continue working after school. Right? It's so iconic. It would be what she would normally do. Maybe she listened to my suggestion and decided to take a break. I'm hoping it's that simple. Feeling a little uneasy. I'm gonna save again, bro, just cause like you Roman Viking, you scared me. Like, I'm scared for the sad moments to come up. Okay, feeling a little uneasy. I take a brief stroll around the school. It's only half conscious. I can't remember when I started moving my feet, but I've already covered enough of the campus that I'm starting to feel tired. Not that it means anything now. Just a short stroll around the school grounds and I'm already winded. Really pathetic. Give me a little lizard guy face. Before I know it, I'm back in front of the student council office. There's someone else too this time.
Hi, Hachan!
It's locked. Seeing a can of lemonade in her hand, I folks to start looking for a vending machine nearby. I'm so thirsty.
I know that, Hachan. Shizune is somewhere else, I guess.
Weird.
We aren't stuck together, Hachan.
Misha takes a long drink from her lemonade, eventually just tipping it over and pouring the rest into her mouth. I feel like I'm being mocked.
Do you want one, Hachan?
No, it's okay. I can't take someone else's drink. It's rude. Besides, you're making fun of me, aren't you? I just saw you inhale all that.
I have another one in my bag. I was prepared. See? I'm just like Hachan.
She's a little too prepared. It's good some of that is rubbing off on you anyway. After what, 2 years? The way she stares at me as I drink is a little like, but I'm too grateful to care much about it. You and Shizune always end up treating me to something. It's starting to embarrass me.
Really, Hachan? Buy me lunch sometime then, okay? Then we'll be even.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I was going to ask if you wanted to eat in town.
Yeah, I'm really hungry today, Hachan. Thanks.
I was going to ask her yesterday. Misha cuts me off before I can finish the sentence, and I can't find an opening to correct her as she dashes enthusiastically around me, laughing, her arms flapping excitedly at her sides. Okay, should I be scared? Like, should I save again? I'm really nervous, bro. I don't want her to be sad. No sadness, babies. I already have my wallet with me, so I start walking towards town with Misha trailing behind me. Don't put that face, I'm scared. Playing idly with her hands and loudly wandering to herself where we should eat. At least, I think so. She could be asking me. Do you have anywhere specific where you want to go?
I want to go to the tea house. They have a really big parfait there.
I saw you eat that parfait there last time. It looked really big.
No. This one is really, really big. It's also really expensive.
It sounds like, bruh. Really, really expensive?
Haha, little.
Jeez. Well, you and Shizune paid for my food a bunch of times, so it's fine.
Hachan, I don't think I ever did that.
Are you sure it wasn't just Hachan? Are you really arguing against the free meal? Don't worry about it. Oh, this is... We go to the Shanghai and are seated by a waitress who's surprisingly not Yuko. Misha is very eager to eat that parfait because she shouts her order as soon as she walks through the door. Rev up those fryers! That's what I'm reminded of. When it arrives, I can see that it's both very big and very expensive looking.
Aren't you going to order anything, Hachan? If you're hungry, we can share.
Nah, I don't like parfaits. I don't know what that is, TBH.
You can pick it up.
You can't just pick out Praline. Don't be silly. Because SpongeBob's great. Oh my god. You should see me every day. I'm always quoting SpongeBob. I have a list of things that I quote a lot. Yeah, some of them are really random. I know what a parfait is, but I don't know what that is. Well, I guess when I think of a parfait, I think of yogurt and fruit. I don't even know if that's accurate. I don't know if I've seen a proper parfait, but let's ignore. Don't mind my ignorance right now. Even if I could, Misha is mashing her food together to the point where it is no longer possible. It also looks kind of gross. I wonder if that many flavors can even blend together well. Can she really taste anything in that goop? She's acting like it's delicious anyway.
Parfaits are the best. I have sensitive teeth, so ice cream is a no-no. Cake is too soft, though, and if there's too much icing, I get bored.
Parfait is interesting.
How many cafes have parfaits here? I think 10. I've tried them all. I like this one the best. It has a little flan.
You sound like you're some kind of dessert expert.
Not just dessert. I want to eat all kinds of delicious things.
Mood, but I'm picky, so that's the problem.
Someday, I'll have enough money to buy a 2-kilogram Matsusaka beefsteak.
That's like over 100,000 yen. I guess this kind of decadent food is kind of your hobby then? A hobby isn't something she should take months to learn about I've been very rude in retrospect. Also, that is one pricey hobby.
I guess so. Decadent?
Yeah. Misha giggles, raising her hand to her face. It looks like some ice cream accidentally got on her nose. She doesn't notice it. I can't stop noticing it. I wish she would wipe it off. I'm about to tell her about it, but she suddenly says, I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess that's a bad word anyway. It has implications. Epicuric is better. It means someone who enjoys eating nice food. That's the adjective though, so epicure is the word for it. Hi, Huck Stuff, how's it going?
Hechan, you're too wordy.
Sorry.
I think that is what Hechan likes about you.
Because I'm wordy? I need to buy some thesauruses then.
No, not like that, Hechan.
I decided to order some coffee after all, but it takes a while to get the waitress to notice, and I think actually getting my coffee will take about as long. The tea shop is filling up. No surprise, as we've already been here for almost an hour while she was chipping away at that dessert. I ordered my coffee to go, but Misha orders one as well, so it seems that we're going to be here longer than I thought. Misha with coffee? No! I really wish it was that easy. It's hard to talk to her lately. I'm good too, Huck Stuff. I hope Ramadan's going well for you. But yeah, I was having trouble setting up the stream earlier. The webcam wasn't working and I had to do some research. But I'm good.
Shachan's been busy because of the elections.
I know we can't have fun all the time. It's just that there's a lot I want to say to her. I think I always screw up when the time comes, though. I don't even have the time now because of the elections. They're not for a while, though. Yeah, short hair Misha. It's kind of like, it's really... Oh my god, it's like tonal whiplash with her. Like, ooh, she's really cute, but it's also like, bruh.
Hechan, do you think that Shachan is avoiding you? She's all mad, she's all offended.
Misha sounds angry. That's to be expected, but I don't feel that way at all. No.
Is that so?
The dreamy way says it makes it think that Misha is disappointed with my answer. Right? What is going on here? In that case, it could be how she feels. I'm uneasy asking such a question, but I trust Misha would answer honestly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dream it. Do you? Alright, we're saving again, because, I feel like this is gonna get sad. It's gonna be depression. Misha depression, do you?
No, of course not, Hechan. But it's frustrating sometimes. Shachan has so much energy, and is always trying to make people feel as excited about things as she is. But it's like Shachan doesn't know how to handle things when everyone gets really hyped up. Or I think that she wants to make sure nothing goes wrong. When I want to help out, Shachan always pushes me away. It's frustrating. I'm just overthinking it probably, right?
Misha takes a big gulp from her cup of coffee, then sticks her tongue out.
Ow! Thought it would have cooled down by now.
Has it really been that long? I checked my watch. It hasn't been very long at all, but looking outside, the sun is already starting to set. Not really, huh? It got dark out pretty quickly today, though, so I can understand why you might think that. At my words, Misha looked outside and yawns almost immediately. She looks sleepy. That's funny because... Are you sleepy? You were wide awake just 2 seconds ago. Drink your coffee. I feel tired when it gets dark, Hechan, God save. Just like that? Are you a bird? I pick up my own coffee and have a sip. It's not very hot at all, but very tasty. I down it as quickly as possible because now I want to get back to my dorm room as well. Misha tries to emulate me, but it's still too hot for her. While I wait for her to finish, I start to wonder what she meant back then about Shizune liking something about me. Suddenly, I'm very curious, but dragging that back up now feels like an unnecessary action. Dude, I want to get to the drama. The drama's building up. I try to weigh the option again, but I am interrupted by Misha slamming her empty cardboard cup down on the table with a loud pop. Done! She let out a short laugh, seeming very pleased with herself, kind of like a toddler. I wonder if she still had that drill-shaped haircut when she was little too, or was it something more like her current look? It would make more sense. I guess we should head back then. I can't see the waitress. Try not to fall asleep while I pay for the sundae, okay?
Not a sundae. It's a parfait, Hichan.
You have ice cream on your nose. Aw. Okay, bop, head bop, right? Oh my god. This is getting intense. And then like, I don't know. Okay. In class the next afternoon, I'm 2 problems into a math logic worksheet when a folded up piece of paper hits me in the back of the head. I'm sure I know who it's from, but I quickly look around the classroom anyway, just in case. Shizune! No one in this room is good at acting casual. I can tell that everyone saw who threw it at me, and looking at the culprit itself, it was obviously Shizune. They're all staring. She isn't even trying to be coy about it. The countryside is so different. At my old school, I would have no idea who it was right now. Opening up the note, it says, Misha's absent. Help me out today after school. I don't understand what's with the note. Why can't you just use sign language? A large part of how I learned sign is copying Misha's style of signing her words as she speaks. So I end up blurting the sentence out loud as I sent it to Shizune. A silent light laugh goes around the room. How awkward. I'll help if I don't have to do a lot. That's silly. Obviously, if Misha's absent, you have to help as much as 2 people. She's pissed. I don't know if that really means anything. After all, Misha was complaining yesterday mostly about how Shizune wouldn't let her help her. I don't do much as is either. After pretending to think it over for a bit, I write her a note back telling her I will. I'm actually happy that she asked me because I've been needing to talk to her for a while. Oh boy, it's gonna be intense. Let's get it. Let's go. It's a good opportunity, but I feel like I should at least make it look like I'm putting up some resistance to the idea. I go back to my work to immediately get stuck on the 3rd problem. After trying to work around it, I casually toss my own note over to Shizune. It says, why is Misha quite absent? And what is the answer to question 3? I feel like Shizune might get mad about the 2nd question. I don't know. She told me that she was sick and her stomach hurt. Misha gets stomach sick a lot, but I wish she picked a better time for it this week. Use sign language. I think she has a stomach ache because of the way she sucked down a parfait larger than her head the other day. If she gets them quite often though, either it's a coincidence or she has a habit of eating things that can put her in debilitating pain. Save Misha, bruh. I noticed that she's just staring at us disapprovingly. So, I don't blame him. We're talking in class. And with sign language, in a quite visible and distracting way, I try clearing my throat to back out of our conversation, but Shizune doesn't get the hint. Well, obviously. Before I try to get the message across again with my hands, however, I can see Shizune notices what's up. She just doesn't care. Do you still want to know the answer to question 3? I will tell you, but you have to give me the answer for question 25. He's like, bro, I'm not even there. Hey, I was just thinking about how a teacher who didn't know sign language to think we're abusing it and using it to cheat. If you were to assume the worst, I can't believe you're actually doing that. And I'm not up to 25. You wanted to know what the answer to 3 was. You asked first, hypocrite. You're the student council president. You can't cheat. I don't have time for this, like, woman. And I think I'm trying to teach his patience to the breaking point. I'd like to continue taking pot shots at her while working on the math problems in front of me, but it would require at least 2 extra hands. Shizune is a bit more creative and gets around this limitation by using long, semi-broken strings of simpler words. I take a couple mental notes in between being dizzied by a couple of particularly long equations. Oh. Bam! She's like, phew. Right before the bell rings, she caps her pen and triumphantly slams it on her desk with an ear-popping crack that makes the whole room jump. Quickly forgotten because everyone would rather go to lunch than question its origin. After a couple of brief stretches, she gets up and hovers around my left shoulder. Are you still not done? I was going to ask if you wanted me to hand in yours too while I was up. Someone distracted me. I had to beg the teacher to give me 9 minutes because now I'm passing and end up passing to finish it. It's not easy to solve this one-handed while having a conversation, by the way. He wasn't happy with the request, wanting to get out of here as much as I do. Since the only one away from one problem... I need to relax. Since I'm only one problem away from finishing, it looks like Shizune doesn't really believe me. The second that I'm done handing it in, I find myself being dragged to the student council room. Shizune is mad. She's like, it's eerily and annoyingly clean. I can't find what I was working on yesterday. Where is everything? I did some cleaning. That doesn't tell me anything. See, it's like you forgot where you even put the stuff you put away. Oh well, if I can't find it, I guess I'll just go home. It's in the drawer right there. Shizune sulks. I pull out the posters I was working on. I don't know, and then shuffle them around a little. Since she stacked them by color. It's not that I'm taunting her, I just have my own system, although I doubt she would believe me if I were to tell her. I like it when things are a little messy. It's more natural, and a time saver. It's all right where I left it, and I don't have to go looking through shelves just to find what I was working on yesterday. Lazy. Damn, that's not true. I'm not lazy, you just always go too far. Dang, I feel like Hasao's just like digging into right now. I quickly glanced at her desk. A memo pad neatly placed at one corner. Behind it, a small disc calendar with each box filled with notes in a neat but microscopic handwriting. On the right, 3 boxes of pens in blue, black, and red. Look, you even put the pens back in their original box at the end of the day. All color-coded and everything. I don't think that can be called being a neat freak. What do you do with them? Throw them in a mug on your desk? Hey, I think that's being organized enough. You're so disorganized you can't even comb your hair down properly. That hurts. It's not like I don't try, it just won't stay flat. She's had enough of him right now, bruh. I feel like this conversation, whatever conversation they're going to have, is going to be kind of awkward. Hold on. Scoot over towards the light. I pick up a box of pens and quickly pop it open to see if she also puts them in so that they're all facing the same direction. She understands what I'm thinking and doesn't look very amused. Ah, excuse me. It turns out that the box wasn't closed properly on the bottom, and as soon as I pick it up, they immediately pour out of it like a waterfall. My fault. I'll get them. Don't worry. Oh, the blush. And this music stopping, I bend down to pick up the pens, forgetting that with her attention focused on them, she couldn't have possibly seen me signing to her. Shizune's head bumps into my chest. Oh no! But it bounces enough to make me fall over. Uh-oh. I laugh it off. She's like, oh my god. I expect her to do the same. When she stiffens and backs away from me instead, a feeling of dread begins to creep over me. That is a weird reaction. I start to think about why she would have such a strange reaction. It's pretty obvious. She just bumped head first on someone with a heart condition. Shizune would know I have one, having seen the rows and rows of pills lining the edge of my dresser. Or at the very least, she would know I have something severe enough to require that much medication, but not visible at a glance. So she treated me like I am made of glass. For her, it's the natural way to react. I haven't forgotten how she freaked out back when Emmy knocked into me. Why would it be any different for her? I'm sure she is remembering that right now. I can see it on her face. She looks angry at herself. Oh, it would be a good opportunity to bring up that time. Even though I don't want to drag that back up, it would be a good idea too. It would clear the air. Still, I'm afraid, and end up saying nothing, partly because as I imagine having to draw her attention from the floor, and then having to sign what kind of cripple I am to her one gesture at a time, the idea begins to seem more and more depressing. No, he's like, he sits out all sad. Taking a seat, I decided to try and finish up these posters to get my mind off it. There are some that I don't remember making. From the wall-to-wall text and alternate handwriting, I can tell Shizune must have done these. That means the remainder must have been done by Misha. Pfft. There are a lot more visual with cute little stylized pictures of us on them. She's so cute. I love Misha. I don't know how I feel about being used as a mascot character, but I'm not really thrilled by it. I want drama. Some time passes long enough for the sun to start setting. I hear Shizune putting down her pen and cracking her knuckles methodically. One at a time. It's so loud in the silence of the room that I look up, wondering if she's trying to get my attention. Although it isn't what she intended, when she notices me looking at her, yeah, I'm scared, but also I'm like, drama! She notices me looking at her. Suzune begins to sign without skipping a beat. Let's take a break. I'm surprised you would say that. It's okay. I'm almost done anyway, and I'm hungry. Aren't you? A little. I'm really hungry. We could order something. I was thinking of you. I already have something to eat. Where? She produces a cinnamon bun from under her desk, raising it to head level slowly like a magician levitating a rock. Woo! But there is only one. Not enough for the both of us. Ah, how dramatic. I can tell what this means. A feeling of deja vu briefly washes over me. We could just split it. That's no fun. So boring. Let's play shogi for it. Aww. She already has the board out. That desk must have everything in it. Right? Let's go. Yeah, but if she hits she knows his weakness. So if she really wants that cinnamon bun, one punch to the chest and he's out. Not chess? Chess has born promotions. This is better. I don't know about that. I want that cinnamon bun! Well, I'm actually pretty decent at shogi, so this is fine. Is that so? Okay, we can make it a little more interesting then. Each move has to be completed in 30 seconds. You can add a rule too. No thanks. Anything I would add would only hurt me more than it would help. A 30-second time limit is already too tight for me. You're making me regret thinking it was alright to brag a little. After Shizune wins the right to go first in a quick coin toss, she immediately starts playing with the aim of promoting all her pieces as soon as possible. Bruh, it seems like a very basic playstyle, and I can't help thinking it might be a trap of some sort. It's not though. The draw of this game to Shizune appears to be the fact that she can upgrade her pieces and steal mine. She's very good at it, but it makes her predictable. I'm doing a little better than I expected to. The 30-second time limit is pretty painful though. The game ends in a draw. At this point, I think you're supposed to either go for a rematch or tally the pieces for points. Shizune doesn't want to go again in the interest of time, but winning on points clearly doesn't satisfy her. She sits there shifting a silver general from one edge to the other as she contemplates which of those two options she'll go for. It takes so long that I think she has forgotten about the bet. Eventually, she stops fiddling with the shogi piece and puts it down. Oh, is Misha angry at me? That really came out of nowhere. Saving time! Saving time! Saving time! Cause I feel like this is gonna be depressing. Shizune's frankness is disorienting. Because with her, any kind of kendo is a sign of total seriousness. There is no playful smile on her face. Instead, it's her usual stoic mass of concentration, ready to try and see if I'm about to tell her the truth. I'm upset that she thinks I would tell her anything else, but I also know now that they probably have fought recently out of my sight, and it makes me feel warm to know they both care about each other so much. No, I strongly doubt it. Did you know that she thinks you're angry at her? Should I not? Oh, she looks so sad. Have we seen this face before? I don't know. I don't like it. Look, the single tear. Shizune nods slowly and uncomfortably. Yes. She was more roundabout with the question than you. Kind of surprising because I thought that you were the one who liked playing games. Not all the time. This is so sad. Are you two having some kind of fight? No. She's very quick to deny it and not happy with the thought. I feel like I've stepped on a landmine. Sorry. Actually, yes. Just a tiny one. I know that she has no interest in the student council. She only joined because of me. I'm still grateful. I'm so happy she's my friend. But I don't understand what she's upset about this time. Why don't you just ask her? She won't tell me. I'll figure it out by myself instead. I was sure that I was very perceptive, even if I can't hear. That was dumb. I know better now. It is probably something that is my fault. Shizune? Shizune doesn't elaborate further on what it could have been. I'm sure that this is because she doesn't not fully understand the situation herself. It's odd to think that Shizune, usually so sure of everything, could be scared, right? I feel so bad for Ellen and Hugger. Could be scared by a little argument with a friend, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. They're a lot closer to each other than normal friends, and Shizune is pretty isolated from other people, in a way. The fact that she is deaf is no small part of it. But I get the feeling that she uses Misha as a buffer between other people of her own will, not just because it's been forced onto her. She can communicate well enough with her little pad. She just hates it. After such a long time of talking to another person, I guess you start to lose touch. It seems unavoidable. It isn't such a far out idea to think that she isn't that great with people. Aww. I return to working, kind of wanting to eat that cinnamon bun more as time drags on, but when I count the shogi pieces still left on Shizune's table, I can tell at a glance she would win. I'm also too hungry to concentrate if we were to have a rematch. Motivated by my desire to wrap up and eat something, I've put the finishing touches on the last of the posters. Why are they fighting? I want to know. Done. I think this many is enough. Too many can be a bad thing. Okay. That's it? Just okay? I'll probably do some myself after I'm done picking what voting format to go with. Too many posters is bad, too. Haven't you ever heard of oversaturation? I really think you're trying too hard. Tempting her finger, Shizune looks like she could almost admit it. Maybe. I don't like that. I don't like this, guys. It's what Misha thinks, too. I watch the fingers continually uneasily twining around and pulling at each other in a miniature tug of war. I don't mind, but I asked around and a couple of classes said interest is low. It's like you said. So, does that make it wrong? No, but it does make it kind of pointless. Why the sad face in response to Roman Viking? Guys, I am scared. It's not. Yeah, but to who? I doubt Shizune truly believes that. I'm not doing all this work just for my own ego. That isn't what I mean. The first chance to be alone with her in days, and I have already really cocked it up. Still, she doesn't actually look angry. It's more like she's frustrated that she can't express herself clearly enough. Since she's an expert in sign language, I wouldn't think that would be the case. I wonder what advantage being able to speak would offer her, and if she has ever thought about it. It's another project of mine. Just like the festivals. I'm going to do it because it's my job. It's just that the student council election isn't as fun as the festival, so no one cares. She briefly touches her fingertips together as if to say, but maybe. There is some truth to it, but Shizune doesn't want to say anything that could be boiled down to something so glib. But I don't care. I want to get people riled up, but it isn't about me. I don't want to be involved at all. What do you mean? Right? Oh, poor Hisao. So sad. You go to like every single festival. Shizune waves her hand in mock indignation. Well, I have to have fun too, but you know, it's not the same thing. Her spirits seem to have improved if she can manage to crack a joke. I don't want anyone to make a point of me being involved. It's a hassle. I don't want that responsibility. Things are becoming too complicated now as is. The more I try to hype up the elections, the more involved I have to be. No one wants to play their hand yet. It doesn't feel like my time is over, even though it should. Crossing her arms and leaning back, she grinds the teeth together in frustration. They're also lazy. It's impossible to get them to do anything. Anywhere else, the election would be an exciting event. It's illogical. Why does everyone have to be so different? If only there was some way to punish them. Like chaining the school to their desks. Voting is mandatory. If you don't vote, you get whipped. Terrifying. I wonder how hypocritical, right? She was like, ugh. I wonder. The music, oh my god, I actually love this theme. It's so good. I wonder how hypocritical it would be if I were to stay in bed on election day with the flu and a cold and strep throat and a sprained ankle and everything. You should put yourself on one of these, not as punishment. Don't misunderstand. I hold up one of Misha's posters. Shizune! Like, I actually love Shizune, but like, this is getting sad. Like this. It's kind of a neat idea. Misha was onto something. It's a lot cuter than just text. I think you would like it, having cute mascots to drum up some excitement. Maybe if it's just Misha. Why not me? Someone told me that the school has slightly more girls than boys. You have to cater to that demographic too. Shizune giggles audibly this time. Oh, that's cute. I'm surprised, and when she sees my face, so is she. Oh. Her face flushes pink, embarrassed to have let out a sound, which is really confusing to say the least. Why don't you put yourself on it? She just waves my question away. She's like, shut up. It's troublesome. What do you mean troublesome? Everyone knows that you're in the student council. My stomach growls make me realize I'm hungrier than I thought. Shizune uses the moment to deflect my question by changing the subject. Is something wrong? No, my stomach growled. I see. She looked at the forgotten pastry on her desk and frowns, finding it inadequate for 2 people. Let's go to the Shanghai, if you're that hungry. It might be a little busy this late, but Yuko's working there today. We'll definitely get a table. Oh, now I... Ooh. There's something weirdly underhanded on that smile. I'll pass. I've already been there twice this week, back to back. Shizune pouts, leaning back against her desk and scrunching up her posture in protest. What? I'm disappointed you said no. Well, I can't agree with you on everything. You don't have to. You don't give your opinion enough. Dude, she's pissed, bro. Dang, she's like personally offended by that right now. You don't give your opinion often enough anyway. It would be easiest for me if it was like that, but not very interesting, right? There are some decisions you should disagree with me on then. You have a duty to. How am I supposed to know which is which? It's easy. No, it's not. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell whether you're joking or serious. Although she communicates entirely in sign language, that would seem pretty obvious. I wouldn't say that's all there is to it though. I remember when I had my heart attack, Iwanaka wouldn't stop talking at first. Eventually, I wished she would just shut up. Or I would have, if I hadn't been happy to have any kind of company at all. Gradually, I stopped being so grateful. When we talked, I felt like it was nothing more than a ritualized exchange of politeness. Dang, this is getting intense, bro. Iwanako tried extremely hard to obfuscate, yeah, sure, how she felt, which is that I was hopeless. In the end, her outer behavior, matched her hurt my hand. For that reason, I was able to accept it when one day she stopped showing up. I was no longer surprised by the time it happened. Even though she considered herself a master at hiding her feelings, I was not surprised. I've heard that games like shogi and chess can tell you a lot about a person. I wish I knew what Shizune thought they said about me. I need to slow down, dude. I'm just like going. It could be that I'm a little more like Iwanako than I'd like to think. If I can only tie with Shizune by retreating, I suggest we should order out. Oh my god, like, bruh. I want to keep going. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep going, even if I really have to pee. The next day, I walk up to my usual vending machine at lunch, only to find that it's out of my favorite drink. I hate that, bro. That makes me mad. Secreted so... Right? I'm just like... I went the drama. So far away from most of the... Secreted so far away from most of the classrooms. Between a storeroom and the library, it's like no one knew about it. I had expected a vending machine so close to the library to be booming with customers. But then again, the library is empty most of the time, and anyone who goes there is only doing it to look for stuff to pad a paper with. No one stays there longer than they absolutely have to. For the past month, it's been working out in my favor, but the trade-off with a vending machine no one knows about is that it's never restocked. Settling for a can of orange soda, I decide on drinking it here instead of waiting until I get to the cafeteria when the library door opens next to me. Okay. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Okay, cool. Sorry, I've got like a little... Okay, we're good. I've been looking for you. Yuko seems to be acting a lot more assertive than usual today. Although it isn't enough to keep her from going back to mumbling immediately afterwards. Don't comfort... Okay, can I like save? Because I'm scared? Woo! So don't comfort Yuko. Do on the grass wants me to get a good ending. It's okay. Okay. Okay, I won't. Okay. Okay. Return your books, please. I mean, the library's books. The books you checked out are really overdue. Some of them are on the waiting list. Oops, I forgot. I keep checking out new ones and forget to return the old ones. Okay. I'm not gonna comfort her. I'm not gonna comfort her. Do on the grass told me I won't comfort her. But, okay. That happens to me all the time at the University Library. It's so embarrassing. Do they summon someone to try to get you to bring them back? No. The University Library is bigger. They don't notice if I happen to borrow something longer than normal. It's convenient because their policy on keeping the books too long is really stricter than here. I like how, despite what she said, Yuko has no problem with borrowing books for longer than she's supposed to anyway. It makes her being so on top of my own lateness a little hypocritical. It takes a thief, I guess. Catching on to the meaning of her words around the same time I do, Yuko clams up and starts backpedaling furiously. That's different from the situation. It's totally different. Yuko stares at her nails for a second if she really wants to bite them, but is too self-conscious to do so. For instance, how long it's been. You checked out some of these books a month ago, Hasao. Sorry. It's just that other people want to read them too. If you're a slow reader, that's okay though. No, it's a total screw-up on my part. To be honest, I haven't even read some of them. I shouldn't keep taking out books when I have a backlog. That's not good. Yeah, it really isn't. Now I'm starting to copy her habit of trailing off quietly. Her awkwardness is very contagious for some reason. Right? That said, I'm surprised. Yuko seems almost normal today, although every now and then her waitressing nervous tics keep popping back up. Come to think of it, she didn't act this way when I first met her. She was a little clumsy and neurotic, but that wasn't anywhere near this severe until she was named Misha and I ran into her at the Shanghai. It could be that Yuko has a complex about kids from her school seeing her waitressing. I guess it was a little odd for her to pick up the closest cafe to the school to work in. Then, in that case, maybe the place having so few customers could be considered a lucky break. Well, I get it. I'll return them right after school. As soon as possible, please. Wait, can I ask you for one more thing? Sure, what is it? I have to go for a while, but I can't just leave the library empty. Sorry, but can I ask you to watch it a while I'm gone? Just for a little bit. I'll be right back as soon as possible. You're in the student council, so I'm sure if you did it, it would be okay. Alright, don't... Thank you! Yuko quietly slides forward as she's so grateful she's about to give me a hug, but she steps 2 centimeters into it, which ultimately just makes the gesture look extremely confusing. I'm also surprised that she can control her momentum so well, since she's kind of clumsy. Before I can say as much as you're welcome, she's already dashing off with the urgency of something late to an appointment. That could be the case, but I wouldn't feel safe assuming so. It's Yuko, and she seems the kind of person to treat everything that way. Hold on, bro. Okay, let's go. Now that I'm in the library, I feel a bit silly. I don't really know what happened, what I'm supposed to do. Should I sit down like I normally would and read? It would probably do, but wouldn't meet Yuko's high standards. Maybe I should sit at the librarian's desk and give anyone who comes in a stern and analytical glare. That's funny. I used Shizune's as a starting point and practiced it a couple times in the mirrored surface of the pen. What a weirdo. Hey, Circle. Don't go near my water. So I'm going to put you on the ground, child. Little baby child, man. It looks pretty good. Frustratingly, no one comes in, so I give up on the idea quickly and decide to just go look for Hanako instead. It's deserted. I think I see someone, but the second I blink, whoever it is gone. Oh my god, it's a ghost. As soon as I return to Yuko's desk and crack open an interesting-looking book, a familiar person swings in front of me like a falling pendulum. Oh my god, it's Kenji! Yo, librarian, I've been looking for you for like 10 minutes. What? It's you! Man, you must really get around, or the student council makes you get around. Those bitches, how could they? Slave drivers! Right? You're not Hanako, you're not cute. He must be exaggerating because it took me 30 seconds just to do a slow rock around the whole place. The thought is overridden by my surprise to see him. Where did you come from? What are you doing here? What? I hate Kenji! I hate Kenji! Huck stuff! I hate Kenji! What, can't a guy go to the library now? I can't even go to the library without some young buck like you give me the 3rd degree over it. I see some girl coming in here all the time, but no one ever asks her what she's doing here. Is it because she reads and I don't? He must be talking about Hanako. Although I suppose they both avoid people. I want to tell him that reading is what you should usually do in a library. So if he's not reading... Oh my god! Zaryo! Get down! Don't chew on that, bro. So if he is not reading, whatever he's doing is bound to make him look way more suspicious than her. In the end, though, I'm too surprised at him practically appearing out of thin air. That doesn't tell me what you're doing here. I'm here because of you. His response made me feel confused. Maybe I fell asleep and Zelda started a weird dream, and this Kenji isn't real, but really my subconscious. Is he going to start giving me some deep, vaguely worded advice now?
Because of you, I got chased out of my dorm by feminists. Now, I wander this library like a soldier without a country or a ghost. I should haunt you for ruining things for me.
It's a shame. It would have been an interesting dream, but it seems like this is the real deal.
Yeah, you had to start working with women, and that brought them to my door. You remember this? You should, since you were there. After that day, I knew they were onto me. I should have trusted my instincts, but I was young and stupid.
Wait, dude, do you hate women or no?
That wasn't even a week ago. Then my dad called and said one of my letters hadn't been delivered. The post office couldn't have lost it, so it must have been intercepted. Information warfare. That's when I knew my secret hideout was compromised. Now I'm on the run, like a fugitive. It's code red.
Dorm rooms aren't secret. They put your name and number on a board right in the doorway.
I know! I saw that! They're diabolical! Why not just put up a big Wild West wanted poster if they're gonna be like that? Wanted, dead or alive.
Probably alive so they can clone me or turn me into a grasshopper. Jumping without warning into an empty chair opposite me, Kenji takes out a cigarette and starts spinning it between his fingers. I had never seen him smoking before, so much before effect.
I can't even live where I want to anymore. This is where it all begins. The tactical brilliance. I mean, once they're in your home, it's over, like termites. If the feminist plan for dominance starts there, where the fuck can we go? The only question is how they would take a page out of the termite playbook when women are naturally repelled. I would.
You can never go home again. Is that how the saying goes?
Man, I don't even know about never. I was just there. I don't know anywhere else I can wash out and get new clothes and eat and use the bathroom and watch and eat. I have to keep watching the news to keep informed.
For someone else from his dorm room and living on drum, he sure has no qualm about going back there several times a day for long periods of time. But by now, he's slowly turned away from me and is talking to the revolting display of murder mysteries. There's really no point interrupting him, I guess. I finish off my soda and throw the can to the basket near the door. It hits the rim but goes in anyway. I silently put my fists on.
Yeah!
Kenji quickly gets up and starts to head toward the door. I wasn't really paying attention. I hope I didn't fist bump at an appropriate moment. Where are you going?
You kept sucking down that juice.
So, it wasn't even juice, it was soda. And it's gone now. And what do you mean, sucking it down? I had 2 sips.
Yeah, right, you had like 50 million.
That's not even possible.
Maybe for you. I go beyond the impossible all the time. Okay, whatever. Now I'm thirsty too. I'm going to get my own juice. I'll be right back.
He's like, don't come back, don't come back, don't come back. He does almost come right back. So quickly that I suspect he knows about my secret vending machine.
I got you one too. Hope you like grape juice.
We're even for pizza now. Thanks. Bro. I want to tell him that I lent him nearly 10 times the cost of a can of a grape juice, but that make me seem penny. Unopposed, Kenji sits down and starts furiously drinking juice like a man with a vendetta against grapes.
You know, it's a lucky breakthrough that I managed to run into here, man. I kind of need you to do me a favor.
Although it's cynical, I wonder if him getting me juice was so he could ask me for this favor. I mean, probably. If so, it's very transparent and poorly timed. I doubt Kenji will think about something so deeply, though. Just asking for things straight out is more his style.
I need you to recommend me some books.
But I thought you didn't read.
How did you...
How did you know? You told me. You said you think people discriminate against you because you don't read.
Well, they do. And I do read. I read audiobooks because that's the way of the future.
I have to read a book a month for literary studies, though. And I found out the school doesn't accept such classes as advanced cryptography. I can't talk.
If I don't read a bunch of books, they're gonna fail me. I can't fail literary studies. That would make me illiterate. That would mean my mom was right. My mom can't be right.
I'll have to study literacy as much as possible. What about doing some extra credit?
No thanks. It's bad enough I'm gonna have to carry around these stupid things now.
He picks up a dictionary, flips through it, and places it on the murder mystery rack behind him.
I can't blame this act in the medium that our ancestors used to look at porn.
I spit my drink all over the book I'm still holding, damaging it beyond any hope of repair. Oh, I quickly checked the back and see it suggested retail price is 7,900 yen. I might have a heart attack.
Wow, destroyed. Shouldn't have done that though. They take vandalism super seriously here. You're gonna get canned.
He chortles, amused for taking an extremely long, loud sip from his can of juice. It's not vandalism. I didn't do it on purpose. You made me do it with your words. And what do you mean cans? I don't want to be cans. Wait, chill out. I didn't mean they'd actually cane you. They might make you pay for it and really, really yell at you. It's like they're going to bite my ass off. Still not big of a deal. I don't care if it's figurative. I don't want to get canned or get my ass bitten off for any kind of punishment, you dumbass. What am I going to do? I'm the only person in here that she knows of anyway. I can't even throw the book in the trash. It'll be found, and then she'll know. Damn, dude, stop being so weird. You're the one to talk, Kenji. How is it weird to not want to be fined? Man, stop flipping out, man. I'm not flipping out. I'm trying to save money. So cheap. Misha! I'm about to strangle him when I hear Misha's wah coming up the hallway. Apparently, Kenji hears it too and uses the opportunity to quickly vanish behind the autobiography section. Like the wind.
Hi, Hachan.
Saving time. He's like, Kenji, he's so unpredictable. It's so funny. Misha shouts exuberantly, dragging an embarrassed Yuko behind her.
Hachan, were you talking to yourself?
On one hand, saying yes can make me look kind of crazy. On the other hand, if I blow Kenji's cover, he might go off and make me look crazy by association. Yes.
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed, Hachan. I do it too sometimes when I'm alone. La la la.
Nothing happened while I was gone? Absolutely nothing. Is my poker face good? It smells like grapes. I'm wearing grape-scented cologne. I lied personally, and obviously from her reaction, I'm going to assume that she knows I'm lying, or thinks I have a simple sense for colognes. Since the can of grapes is a drink from a still right there, it's likely to be the former. Fortunately, it doesn't ask any follow-up questions. What are you two doing together?
We had lunch together, strictly business. A business lunch.
What is happening? What the heck? I try to picture Misha in a suit having a business lunch with anyone. Somehow, I just can't see it. Not with that hair. What kind of business? You don't know?
It's nothing. It's normal for one part of the student council to not know what the other is doing.
Hey, don't nothing or something like that. This isn't normal at all. In fact, it's bad. We're only 3 people. Yuko laughs nervously. She must be terrible. She's like, oh my god, I didn't want to be caught in this. Saving. Dude, I am like saving over and over and over because it's freaky. Misha says that you want to put posters in the library for the elections. Even though they're really far away, I guess it's okay. I didn't know that I could even decide those kind of things.
You can! Isn't that great? Aren't you happy? Yay, yay!
Misha grabs Yuko's hands and forces her to clap joyously for herself. Yuko doesn't look very happy about learning that she has more responsibility and power than she previously thought. Dang, this isn't. I am stressed out.
Hachan, since you're here, you can help me put them up.
Pulling out a giant stack of posters from her bag, she cuts them in half like a deck of cards and passes me the slightly smushed half.
Hachan had a really good idea. We can put some flyers inside books too. Then, even if they're trying to ignore us, they won't be able to. They could even be spring-loaded.
Misha tries her best to convey the same tone Tazuna used. It sounds close to the real thing, and it's a little menacing. She was probably kidding.
I liked it.
No, please not. Oh, she's crying. New Yuko face. Look at her. She's like, no. You rub it on your skin, and it makes you live forever. Live forever, you say, and she's all, no. Third SpongeBob reference, Roman Viking.
A super ultra aggressive marketing blitz. We're going the door to door too. That's a terrible idea.
Misha pouts in her best Tazuna impression. Fingertips tacking together rapidly in annoyance.
Hachan!
You think every idea is terrible? It's funny. Yeah, but that idea is too terrible to ignore. I can't have that.
Hachan, that sounds like a challenge. Mutiny.
What is going on? Mutiny is bad. Don't fight.
It was just a joke.
Okay. Don't fight. The way Yuka sounds when she's trying to be firm makes me think of a kindergarten teacher. I suppose that makes her very persuasive in her own way. Putting up the posters is surprisingly hard, simply because the library is already plastered with bulletin boards and flyers lining every couple meters. Some of them in places so unlikely that I'd never noticed them before. Is Kenji still hiding? Are we gonna run into him? Or maybe he took that time to run off. Deciding which of them to peel off in favor on own adds a lot of time to an otherwise simple job. By the time the bell rings to signal the end of lunch, Misha and I still have a sizable amount of posters left. As we leave, I decided to stick one right by the door. It must be the one that Misha did. It has a little drawing Shuzune on the bottom. Oh my god, sorry, oh my god, I'm kind of struggling here. I'm having so much fun I keep going, but A couple days later, Shuzune heads off to go eat lunch by herself and doesn't come back. She must really be swamped with student council work, although I know that she probably made most of that work for herself. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of in pain right now. When I get to the student council room, I find the door unlocked. Before opening it, I hold back for a second to see if I hear Misha's laughing through it. Nothing. I'll almost take that as a sign that no one's in, but Shuzune wouldn't leave the door unlocked in that case. She's at her desk, sleeping in her chair with her arms folded over her chest. What a stiff pose. If it weren't for her eyes being closed, there would be no way to tell what she was asleep. Oh my god. In fact, I can't even be sure that she's asleep now. Normally, I'd tap a desk to wake anyone else up, but it wouldn't work with her. I immediately start thinking of tricks I could play on her if she's sleeping. It's disappointing that my train of thought goes in these kind of directions. Hello. Good afternoon. She signs one greeting with each hand. It's really confusing. Hey, what were you doing? Secretly slacking off. Shuzune smiles but lowers her head to conceal it. Don't comfort her, okay, and tries her best to look annoyed instead. Don't just stand there. It makes me nervous if I'm sitting down and you're not. I take a seat in the nearest chair while Shuzune pauses to adjust her glasses on the bridge of her nose like she's fine-tuning an instrument. Save time! I'm scared, bruh. Oh, tongue-tied. Okay. Here we go. Why are you so far away? Does that make you nervous too? Pursing her lips, Shuzune doesn't look too amused at my taunting her. I had some free time, so I thought I would drop by and see if you were still busy. Do you want to help me? Yeah. Too bad. I'm grateful, but it's not necessary. I just finished the last of it, and now everything that needed to be done is done. So formal. Misha was just as businesslike yesterday. Are you both getting serious for an official student council business? Oh my god. I'm always serious, like the student council candidate should be. That was fast. From zero to immediately criticizing people who aren't even her colleagues yet before I had the chance to stretch my legs. Oh my god. At least the presidents. They need initiative. Then maybe they can motivate everyone else, or at least strong-arm them along. But even though there's a bunch of them, they're also wishy-washy. Oh my god. There's no one running for vice president, so they all want the big prize, but none of them have the right drive for it. And then the treasurers are always so flaky. I decided to use my power to just eliminate the position. Wait a second, please. Can you even do that? I don't think it works that way. It is how it is. With that, Shuzune stares grimly into the distance, rubbing the frame of her glasses. That doesn't answer the question, future dictator. I'm disappointed. They should want me out of here faster because they want the job, or at least disagree with me having the job. If I can't mobilize a bunch of student council wannabes for either reason, all my work will have been for nothing. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. If they're going to be so slow about it, I'll just hold on to my office as long as possible. Shuzune punctuates the sentence with a snap of her fingers, creating a sound as sharp as a gunshot. I wonder if she knows how loud she can do that. It's definitely an attention grabber, so I can only see as invaluable as to a mute. She might have practiced it because of that. All of it, huh? That's too harsh. I always thought this is the real test. Leaving a lasting impression is important. It's why I don't build sandcastles. They crumble when you leave. Maybe, but if I see an especially neat one, I still think it's impressive. I'll say it's impressive. I kind of admire you, so to me it wasn't nothing. She tugs at her glasses as if she wants to take them off, smiling wryly. Sorry. I was careless and something selfish slipped out. I've always wanted to stand at the top. It didn't matter what it was, as long as I was the best at it, I understood it completely and made it my own. Like when you hear a song and dream of being a musician, or seeing a plane and wish you could be a pilot. Have you ever had a dream like that? Yeah. The first time I played soccer, I wondered if maybe I could ever get good enough to wow people. That was just a fantasy though. As soon as I saw the gap between me and the people with real talent, I put those dreams behind me. Well, with my heart the way it is, I can't play soccer anymore anyway. Do you still have dreams like that? No, they're unrealistic. I realized it very quickly. There is always someone better. A nostalgic expression crosses her face. She looks oddly mature right now, as if the days of competing vigorously against others for supremacy are long behind her. Of course, I know that nothing could be farther from the truth. Just last week, she wanted to see which of us could blow the biggest bubble with a piece of gum. It could be that she was even worse when she was younger. A terrifying thought. I like that. There was always someone better. When someone greater than me would appear, I'd get so excited I wanted to challenge them. Even though in the end, they would usually turn out to be better and I'd be left in awe. There are some people who are just on a different level, completely. After a while, I got jealous. I wanted something like that for myself. Is that what the student council thing is? Just for you? No. Even though it feels like that, sometimes that wasn't why I decided to do it. That's another story entirely. But I like being student council president. Even if the work is hard and I'm always biting off more than I can chew, that's what keeps me exciting. People shouldn't be able to be comfortable all the time anyways. You sound like a farmer. Although they wouldn't sue her, Shoujo would look cute in overalls and a straw hat. So if that wasn't the reason, why did he run for the job? Oh my god, like I want to get to I want to find a good stopping point, but I'm gonna keep going a little bit, but oh my god, I did it. But afterwards, I decided to stick with it anyway. I wanted to be the student council president because the old student council was stupid. Damn, yeah, sure. And I want to stir people up so that we'll be able to stay. That was interesting. Today was interesting. That kind of thing. Memorable experiences. I'm happy because I think we succeeded. You, Misha, and me. I have a selfish desire too, though. At first it was something I thought would only be a nice bonus, but I've gotten greedy. That is why it would make me happy if the elections go smoothly. It would be the only way that I can see that my wish was granted. What is it then? It's a secret. Something that I'd not be ready to let such a weak dodge slide by so easily. Susanne quickly waves down my attempt at a follow-up, embarrassment coloring her face. It's something she wants to keep to herself only because it's too silly to do otherwise. I start to feel a pang of hunger and check my watch. It's earlier than it looks. Too early for dinner. Do you have any kind of food on your desk? For a second, it looks like the question confused her, but she recovers quickly. Desks are for supplies. Food is supplies. You should have eaten lunch. I didn't think it would be a problem if I didn't. If I was working, I wouldn't have to think about it. I'd be too busy to be hungry. She puts her hand up to her mouth in a poor attempt to conceal a laugh and tries to hide it farther by pretending to use it to push her glasses farther up the bridge of her nose. I guess you're not, since you already ate. I'm not too good enough to sign the appropriate words, so I settle for pointing at the stack of Chinese food containers leaning precariously out on the top of a trash can. Those are from yesterday. Then we're both hungry. Let's get something to eat. Not from the cafeteria. There wasn't anything good at lunch, so I really doubt there will be anything good left over. Order something? Ordering out 2 days in a row is unnatural. Only in case of emergencies. That is my personal policy. This is why she should think of putting some snacks in her desk. It would be an easier way of dealing with these kinds of emergencies. I want to tell her, but signing out how hungry I am like 5 times has made me too tired to be a smartass. The temptation is really great though. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, sorry. Hi! Misha's distinctive up and down voice sounds muffled through the door. She bursts in a second later. Chan, you're here too! Too? How do you know there was already someone in here? Bro. If it opens, someone is inside. Am I interrupting? Shizune shakes her head. Great, that's really great, but I was sure I would be. Is this a break? I thought so too, but it turns out everything student council related is over. For now. Is that why you're here? What? Yeah, that's right, Hanchan. Sargo? Get down, bro. Fucking hell. Stop. Sorry to disappoint you. We were just discussing whether or not to order out for dinner. That sounds fun. Susanna isn't being very fun about it, though. She says that she can't order food 2 days in a row. Are you hungry, too? Because if you are, we could outvote her. That sounds fun, Hachan. And I am a little hungry. I thought you would say it sounds like mutiny. Susanne pinches the frame of her glasses, clearly thinking that it does seem like mutiny, but being outvoted by a clean 2-1 margin, there is nothing she can do. Misha already has her phone out. It's awfully harsh. Hachan, you promised me we'd have a student council thing just for us, right? Right? This can be it! Susanne only shakes her head. The last party she'll be able to attend as Yamaku's student council president is too special to her to put on that label on a spur-of-the-moment early dinner. Even though I'm sure the real thing would just be like this, a meal like any other with the three of us. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I gotta end it now. Oh my god, like seriously, I'm kind of in pain because I gotta pee so bad and I gotta like do dinner, but make dinner. But I'm like, this was so much fun. Oh my god. Okay, so I know, right? I feel like that's like the longest Katawa Shoujo's like stream I've ever done. But I'm gonna end it for now. I think I should be able to return next week. I got a new job, so hours might be a little but like I'll know in a month in advance so I can plan things out. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Thank you.